was been supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? I come from the hood, I represent the only way up. Had to hustle, boy, I'm tryna touch a toy, I'm tryna fuck these LA streets up. Think it's safe to say that I did it, look, nigga, all black, everything. And my diamonds all love like Girl Wayne. Look, blue rags in the south of France, and some things in life that won't never change. Me, I'm a nigga that's supposed to ball, cause I'm a street survivor and they mowed us wrong. Before rap, we was Rolling Stones, I drove a Cutlass coupe, a cop a cortisone. Front of the building on my mobile phone, I'm thinking pace myself, cause you can overdose. Not on the drugs, but the life you chose. Like hanging niggas, they don't like parole. No such thing as they might parole, they putting cameras up and microphones, they got me sandwiched in. I want a nicer home, they know I take the risk, I don't know right from wrong. Plus any given day you might be gone. No cliches where the lines get drawn. Come on the block, it's a ride zone. For the loot, niggas stoop in the pirate mode. Paint with less strokes and divide your dog. Guns get drawn, niggas' lives get lost. Never was entitled, had to fight for raw necessities in life. You see the reason, right? I was been supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? I come from the hood, I represent the only way up. Had to hustle, boy, I'm tryna touch a toy, I'm tryna fuck these LA streets up. Think it's safe to say that I did it, look, nigga, all black, everything. In my 600 bands with a heavy chain. Look, you deserve a real nigga with money and some things in life that won't never change. Me, fell in love with a Cuban. A celebrity herself, probably fuck with her music. She the one that the shoe fit, but I can't stop for love. Look how the game has seduced us. Benny Hunters of the roof, Chris. Lot of new responsibilities with all of this influence. Spinning racks therapeutic, so I snowflake the face like ACs in my new shit. One button where the roof went. TMZ taking shots, say cheese for the news clips. Dope boys and the boosters, gangbangers and hoopers. My style is inclusive. The streets is abusive, but it's like my nigga wanna survive, gotta shoot shit. Hella thick skin, never bruise quick. Yellow wrist and some 7-speed shit. I talk to you on some 7D shit. All visual nigga, going digital nigga. Not the smartest nigga, but it's visceral nigga. My understanding on a level kinda different, my nigga. Every time I drop the city of Philly. Every time you hate, you gotta be kidding. Every time I pull up the foreigners kidded, and I can't even really walk through the Beverly Center. Hudson jeans on, ain't the regular denim. I bought the 600, not the regular Benz. Famous without a deal, that ain't regular nigga. I'm tired of telling you niggas, I'm not a regular nigga. I was been supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? I come from the hood, I represent the only way up. Had to hustle, boy, I'm tryna touch a toy, I'm tryna fuck these LA streets up. Think it's safe to say that I did it, look, nigga,
I bought for 16 passenger, this a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge, get coat seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek, drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn. She took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she say she saying 3D. Wow. I go in the jungle and they got a coat, I bet I come out with a mean. I bet I do this shit for the fam, cause this shit bigger than me. Big. Color stones in my infinity lane, and in the factory masterpiece. I call him twin, could that be my brother? We got the same roller, he matching me. Nah, for real.
Water on me like the sun, carry some pointers. All these comers, I want fun, me go gunners out the jungle. We got it all, fuck a front up, nigga. Cake on me, no funnel. Cash, drop top feeling like stunner. Drop top, KD play no runner. We gon' chrome my wallet, smoke my pilot, take 3 vibe to the tropics. Nigga one shit. I was outside just serving narcotics. Pay me that stick, nigga made one wrong move, just popping. Living on broke with the whole flooded out in the hotel lobby. It's crowded, diamonds be dancing like Bobby. They dance, don't touch it, dick like it be cocky. Don't touch it. Shroom and GC the party, we geekin'. Bitch, it gon' trend on the top, he trendin'. The way I pull up, I'ma pop it, and none of these niggas gon' stop me. Pull up, gone. Put this shit on, get a cup for the drip on my motherfucking 5 kilo. Keep stacking your bank and get bigger. Never would, I throw some shade on no nigga. On team, little nigga, don't play with these niggas. I see the big picture, we up on these niggas. The huncho, the one you gon' call on me, nigga. I got your back, you gon' follow me, nigga. When I get up, we gon' ball on these niggas. Fucking shit up, cause we beat out the system. Fuck the system.
I bought for 16 passenger, this a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge, get coat seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek, drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn. She took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she say she saying 3D. Wow. I go in the jungle and they got a coat, I bet I come out with a mean. I bet I do this shit for the fam, cause this shit bigger than me. Big. Color stones in my infinity lane, and in the factory masterpiece. I call him twin, could that be my brother? We got the same roller, he matching me.
Hey, no, I'm tone bot. No, I'm tone bot. No, I'm tone bot. We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Get the likes up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know it's the king. Too loyal, no, I'm tone bot. Ratchet TV. Hey, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you in the building. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. So boom. Man. We gotta talk, Ratchet Gang. We gotta chop it up. We gotta talk about Nipsey Hussle. We gotta talk about Dr. Sebi. We gotta talk about the industry once again. And y'all know me, I try to do things a little differently over here. I can't do the typical. I know y'all just want me to do a regular Nipsey Hussle, but we gotta mix it in here, and we gotta go there. Allegedly, and everything I say is alleged, and it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. Like I said, we're just here to cover. I'm just here to educate my people on what we've been covering. And like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video. And everything I say is allegedly. All right, so man, like Nipsey Hussle, they make it look like Nipsey Hussle just got into it with Eric Holder over some snitch claims. Now, I'm not sure how many people ride with that theory and think it's just copy and paste. It was just some street stuff in the hood. Let me just ask y'all this: did Nipsey die over? Did Nipsey die over some street stuff, y'all? Let me know. Was it in the streets? Is it copy and paste? Was it Eric Holder? Was it just in the streets? Let me know how y'all feel in the building. I want everybody to vote. Give me your honest opinion. Was that shit for the streets? Was Eric Holder just a snitch from the hood who came back and went to Nipsey Hussle marathon store that day? You know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Was it copy and paste? Was it just he pulled up to the place and Nipsey was like, "Hey fam, like I heard you was a rat. You got to get out my store." And Eric Holder just went back and was like, "Hold on, thug. Hold on, thug." And he just put one in him, because from what I was told by some people who I can't say too much, but I know some people in the California area. And how they explained it to me, this is not recently. I'm talking about I didn't even have a YouTube channel at this time. So I'm talking to some people. I got a lot of connections around the world. I'm just gonna put it like that. I know a lot of people. And if you know me, you know. But I was talking to some people from Cali. As soon as this happened, I was in the studio. I used to have a studio out there in downtown. So I had a studio out there, and people used to always pull up. A whole bunch of the rappers in the city, popping rappers in the city, used to pull up and come to the studio we was at. So at this time, Nipsey Hussle died. Now I remember we was in the studio, we was all smoking or whatever, and I'm just like, damn, Nipsey, and some people came like I want to say like a day or two later, and we was recording them, and they was telling me like, bro, like, like, bro, we was out there, fam, and that shit wasn't no. They was like, how he got ran down on, it was like military style. And I was like, what you talking about? Because, like, it didn't make no sense to me at the time. But he kept saying it was like a military hit on Nipsey. And he's like, how they did Nipsey, you just got to know the military, how they ran down on him. It was like the military. And I never knew what the hell they were talking about, allegedly. But now that I've been covering topics the way now that I've done so much research over the past years, I'm like, damn, bro, like a lot of this shit it's not a coincidence that Nipsey went with his security guard everywhere, and then all of a sudden that day he just decided, you know what, I ain't doing no security today. I'm just gonna dip off and do my thing. I don't need no security. All right, well, right about now, y'all want to go ahead and spark up your CBD. Want to go ahead and pour up your favorite beverage, orange juice preferably. Mix in whatever. Go ahead and get your pancakes, your waffles, your French toast, your eggs, bacon, ham, sausage, whatever you eating this morning. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. It's the voice that makes the ladies moist, Big Ratchet TV, Tone Bite. All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? We finna open up these videos and we're gonna chop it up about Nipsey. Let me get my videos ready as we speak. Hold on. Cause I'd be unprepared. I'd be really unprepared. I think I'm gonna start it with this one. All right. So let me read the 76% say it's not in the streets. 24% say, hey brother, it was Eric Holder. Hey, y'all get the likes up. We should be past 200 likes by now. We should be way past 200 likes. Let's go. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? My homegirl was working at the store when it happened. Did anybody else hear about any like military style? I'm just saying that's what I was told in the studio. I'm not saying that's credible information. I'm just saying I know some people who know some people, and I'm just saying that's what I was told. Did anybody else hear that? Or I'm not sure if anybody else heard that story or not. But from what I was told from people who was there, they say it was like some military style hit or something. But I mean, we all seen what we seen. I'm just saying, people who was actually there when this stuff happened. Salute. Good morning. Grand rising, everyone. No, you never heard that? A lot of people thought Big U played a role in his death. A lot of people didn't know. You never heard that? Salute. No. Yes, I heard it was a military style hit. I mean, this is coming from Cali. You know what I'm saying? I'm really talking to people from Cali. Yeah, see, this is really for Cali people. Nobody else will probably know this information. I'm telling you, you either had to know somebody who was there, or I don't know. I'm just saying, this is coming from people who. I'm only talking to people in Cali, because only people in Cali will probably have this information. But I mean, we all seen Takeoff and how they did that. So I mean, come on, you had to be there for Takeoff too, I guess, to understand that probably was the same thing, because everybody know that sniper shot started that whole gunfight. But this ain't about Takeoff. You know what I'm saying? But long live Takeoff, long live Nipsey. We fixing to open up these videos. Are we at 200 likes? Share. Let me see. Okay, we passed 200. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Keep going on the likes as you enter the live. Get the likes up. Long live Nipsey. We about to start this show. Let's go, guys. Go ahead and spark up your CBD. Let's go.
It's your boy Nipsey Hussle right here, live and direct on Slauson with the Slauson boy. Hottest shit on the street.
Hip-hop stars ultimately and finally death. Nipsey Hussle was murdered in broad daylight.
I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? Y'all niggas got beat up, stomped out, fucked over in the back of these buildings all the way down to Hyde Park. This sick dip right here. It's where the enemies ain't gonna come. They not gonna want no pump on this block. You feel me? But other than that.
Hermes was born August 15, 1985 in South LA's Crenshaw district. Although his parents separated, he grew up with both his mom and dad in his life, and they only lived a few minutes apart. His family consisted of himself, his little sister, and his older brother, who he would later refer to as Black Sam. Hip-hop was always a part of his life. As early as 6 years old, he was already memorizing songs by his favorite rap group, Criss Cross. At the time, a lot of young artists were getting signed to labels and blowing up, so as long as he could remember, his only goal was to make music and sign a record deal. As a child, he was already writing his first rhymes, expecting that this would happen to him too. And when it didn't, he decided to give up.
I thought I was gonna be like a young artist signed when I was a little kid. I guess when I was probably 8, 9, my goal was that by the time I'm 12, 13, I'll be signed and cracking.
Salute, y'all. Get the likes up. Good morning. Get the likes up for Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey was trying to get it as a kid. Listen to Chris Cross and all that, man. Keep it a buck. Nipsey thought he was going to be a child star. It didn't work out like that. Let's see what happened with Nipsey, though. Let's go.
Growing up, his older brother Sam was always a huge influence on him. He looked up to him. As he grew into his teens and saw how Sam hustled for different streams of money, this motivated him to go get it as well. In 6th grade, he was already working his first job shining shoes at a shop around the corner in Slauson. Some days he was making almost $100. This was a lot of money for a kid his age, and even if he wanted to spend it all, he couldn't, so he credits this to teaching him how to stack and save his money. This only made him want to make more, so he started selling candy and mowing lawns on the side too. Even though he enjoyed making money, in the back of his head he knew he still wanted to pursue music. A friend who lived across the street from him was the only one on the block who owned a computer. He used his money he saved up to buy a microphone, and at just 11 years old, he recorded his first song ever over a Snoop Dogg instrumental. His mom saw how interested he was in music, so she ended up signing him up for a program that took kids to music studios and taught them how to use the equipment. Because of this, he gradually started to learn how to engineer his own music as well as make beats. His beats were actually what started to get him recognized in his neighborhood, as his friends started asking him for production. Despite all the side hustles he did to make cash, he still couldn't afford to buy his own studio equipment, as it was very expensive back then. So at 13, he started exploring other options. This is where he made his entrance to the gang culture.
It was tricky, I was trying to get low. I felt guilty asking mama for sure.
So this is when Nipsey started gang banging, allegedly. 13. Had to go out there and get it. Young Nip, long live Nipsey, y'all.
Weekends at my dad's house. Granny face on the news. When I knew that LAPD was true.
More specifically, he joined the Rolling 60s Crips, which was the most dominant gang in the Crenshaw area. With this came his introduction to selling drugs, fights, and shootouts. But in the back of his head, he always knew he had a bigger picture, and he knew he didn't want to do this forever. In the meantime, he was making a lot more money now, and he could afford to invest in himself, unlike before. Because of this, he ultimately dropped out of high school in 10th grade. Although he was capable of finishing it, it just wasn't the focus at the time. His mother, of course, didn't react well to this, and even changed the locks on the doors after kicking him out of the house. He moved around the corner to his grandma's, but he says this only provoked him more, as he was now unsupervised and could hang on the block all day. Being in the streets never distracted him from chasing his dream of music though. At about 15, he really started to consider it a way out. Initially, he was rapping under the name Concept. He ended up forming a rap group with his friends, which included a guy named Brian, who you might know as Kid Ink now. Their group was called the Stranded Minds. They ended up getting their hands on enough equipment to record and brought it back to their friend Rimpa's house. This is where their grind started. One day he was recording and realized he needed a name that better suited the way he lived. A friend of his named Baby Gooch told him to give him a few days and he'd come up with a name for him. He ended up leaving the house that day to make some money, and when they all met up a few days later, Baby Gooch saw how easy it was for him to make cash, and he told him to rap under the name Nipsey Hussle. This was a reference to Nipsey Russell, who was a poet and comedian in the 1950s, and they just changed it around to better suit his lifestyle. Meanwhile this is going on, Nipsey is still very much in the streets.
I'm not sure if many people knew that, if that's how he got his name, from Nipsey Russell. But, you know what I'm saying, keep it a buck, now you know. Learn something new every day, right?
Still gangbanging, and his reputation was starting to spread. He dropped his first mixtape in 2003 titled Fuck the Middleman, which he sold out the trunk of his car in the hood and performed at small parties on the block. This was also around the time that his mindset started to change. When he was 18, his family took a 3-month trip back to his father's homeland, and when he saw how people were living over there, he realized how blessed he actually was. When he returned, life in the streets were also becoming more dangerous. He was involved in a shootout that was caught on camera. Nipsey was never identified, but a few of his close friends were. When he saw the sentences they received, he realized this life was only going to lead him to jail or death, and this moment changed his life. He sold his white Lincoln to a friend, and he and his brother went 50-50 on building their own studio. He knew it was time to invest everything he had into himself and his brand. In early 2005, he filed the paperwork to start his own label called Slauson Boys. With his own spot to record at, he was able to turn out music much faster. In December of 2005, he released his mixtape Slauson Boys Volume 1. He printed out copies and gave them to everyone he knew to help pass them out. His pitch was, if it's whack, throw it out your window. And because of this, he says a lot of people actually took it and listened.
That was my sales pitch. I'll be on Crenshaw and Slauson in front of the Master Burger. I just thought it was so many people that was, oh, check my CD out, buy my music.
Yeah.
I wanted to distinguish myself. So I'm like, if it's whack, throw it out the window. I'm going to sit right here. And a lot of times they'll be like, just because I said that, like, man, let me check that out, huh?
Family broken, so I stand with my niggas. Showed up to every shootout, but I ran for my feelings.
Hey, y'all, get the likes up. Everybody in the building, as you come into the building, make sure you smash the like button. Just learning a little bit about Nip, and we're going to get into it.
His buzz locally started to form, but it was still very small. A friend of his named Big U saw the work he had been putting in and offered to manage him. This ended up being a great move for Nipsey, as Big U had many connections. One of those was a man named Steve Lobel, who heard the Slauson Boys mixtape and loved it. Now Nipsey had two managers. Steve and Big U pushed his vision like it was their own. His managers even got him his first taste of the mainstream in 2006 on Tupac's posthumous album, Pac's Life, where Nipsey featured on a song. But just as everything was going well, he was still facing setbacks. In November of that year, his brother's house got raided by the cops, and they ended up taking all their studio equipment. Nipsey ended up facing charges as well for a shotgun they found. This setback caused him to hit the streets again to make some money for a lawyer, but luckily for him, he already had a lot of music he previously recorded. He put that music on a demo tape, and one day he was on the block when rapper The Game pulled up to a red light. Nipsey gave The Game his demo tape, and he ended up calling him that night to work. The Game wasn't the only one taking notice of Nipsey's hustle, and a film director even reached out that same year, casting him in the Bone Thugs and Harmony movie, I Tried. While on set filming the movie, he would meet Johnny Shipes, who had his own label under Sony and Epic Records. He was the only person at the time who was willing to take a chance on Nipsey because of his gang affiliation.
And he was like, well, there's this kid Nipsey Hussle, but he's a real street dude. I don't know if you're going to want to, he's in the mix out there. So I looked him up and he had like one song on there, this song called Bullets Ain't Got No Names. And I was like, yo, this is fucking incredible.
Good thing I don't want fame, I want funds. But if they say my name, the bell, bro, I've been through so much pain, I feel numb.
But once again, trouble found its way back into his life. Right after signing his deal, he was at a party where an underage female falsely accused him and others of sexual acts. Now that he had money from his deal, he was able to hire a good lawyer and beat the case within 2 months. So it was time to push his music to another level.
Not sure if many people knew about that as well, but you know what I'm saying, that's what made Nipsey, you know what I'm saying, go harder. But long live Nip, salute to Nipsey, y'all. Long live Nipsey Hussle.
He was getting buzz for a track he had out titled Bullets Ain't Got No Name, which was produced by Kid Ink. This would also be the title of his first mixtape under the label, which dropped in April of 2008 and got his foot into the industry. Now other West Coast rappers like Game and Snoop Dogg started co-signing his movement and made songs with him. He followed this tape up with Volume 2, which had the song Hustle in the House. In the music video to this song, they all wore Crenshaw sweaters, and after this video dropped, people started asking where they could get one. Nipsey, Black Sam, and Fat started selling the shirts on the corner, but the police kept confiscating the clothes, so they ended up leasing a store which would become the original Marathon clothing store. Throughout 2009, Nipsey continued to drop music as his buzz was rising fast, but he was still chasing a mainstream name, despite working with Snoop Dogg, Drake, and many others. In 2010, Epic Records had budget cuts, and instead of throwing Nipsey off the label, they decided to give him his own imprint, which birthed the All Money In Records. This momentum got him featured on the 2010 XXL Freshman list alongside J-Rock, Big Sean, and J. Cole. At this point, his name was getting recognized, but his music still wasn't selling the kind of numbers he and the label expected. He ended up deciding to stay fully independent and do it all himself. Wasting no time, he dropped 2 more mixtapes on his own, the Slauson Boys and the Marathon. Although they performed well, the celebration was short-lived, as he and 4 others were taken into custody after an altercation with the police. During the altercation, the police actually fired shots at Black Sam, but they missed and nobody was injured. All 5 were arrested, and Black Sam ended up going away for a few years, resulting in them losing the clothing store for a while. But Nipsey was making moves on the outside. He released his Marathon Continues tape, which did very well and re-entered his name in the LA music scene. One thing about Nipsey that made him stand out was his business mindset.
Yeah, Nipsey was a hustler, y'all. Nipsey knew one thing about Nipsey. He knew how to get it. His mind was different. And I don't think the industry really liked the way his mind thought and it was going. He was going places. Nipsey Hussle was about to take over the game.
So although his career was going well, it was often that he would buy or open up new businesses like Fatburger, a cell phone shop, and a hair store all in his neighborhood. But he also did this with his music and made hip-hop history with it. In 2013, he announced the release of his newest mixtape, Crenshaw.
If anybody know, yeah, Drake was one of the first people to put Nipsey Hussle on. I don't know if many people know that the game was the first person. I think Drake was in the top 3 to 5. I want to say because they did a song a long time ago, but Drake put him on his mixtape a long time ago. It was Drake and Nipsey did a hot ass song back then when Drake was on the come up. It was like 2009. It was right when Drake got signed with Wayne.
But this was unlike any release we've ever seen. He stated he would only produce 1,000 copies and sell them for $100 each. Initially, he received backlash from just about everyone for this idea, as it sounded crazy, but he was ready to prove everyone wrong.
I can put you on a pedestal and motivate you on a different level too. I need your energy for what I'm going through. Balance me and I can balance you.
Just 1 month later, he opened up a pop-up shop in LA for the release of the tape. He sold every copy that same night, with Jay-Z even buying 100 of them. This was also his first project to break the Billboard 100 and peaked at number 63. For the next few years, Nipsey was touring the world and building his brand. He released a few tapes, but he started to shift his energy toward building his other businesses up. In 2017, he opened up more stores, including a seafood market, the World on Wheels roller rink, and officially reopened his clothing store once again. But he had a surprise up his sleeve. Almost 15 years after his first mixtape, he finally announced his debut album, Victory Lap. In February of 2018, Victory Lap was released and hit number 4 on the Billboard. It sold 53,000 copies its first week and got him nominated for a Grammy. In addition, 2 singles from his album would go gold, giving him his first ever plaques to hang on the wall. Things were going extremely well, momentum was high, and he was finally getting the recognition he deserved all over the US, not just LA. He collabed with Puma, invested in multiple apps, and even bought the entire plaza that his Marathon store was connected to. This was a huge accomplishment for him, as he said this was the same plaza he used to hustle by, and now he owned it legally.
The space and created the Marathon store, but then we just bought the building recently. So
You bought the building.
yeah, we bought the whole building. Yeah.
His single Racks in the Middle with Roddy Ricch dropped and was his highest peaking song to date. Things were looking better than ever for Nipsey. But on March 31st, 2019, Nipsey woke up and headed to the clothing store to help out a friend who was just released from prison and give him some free clothes. He was hanging out and taking pictures with fans like a normal day. At 2:52 p.m., he tweeted, "Having strong enemies is a blessing." But unknowingly, this would be the last thing he said on social media.
It's a huge loss for the rap and hip hop community. He wasn't, just a rapper.
Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle shot and killed outside his own clothing store in Los Angeles.
Gun violence has taken the life of Los Angeles rapper Nipsey Hussle.
No matter happy or sad, good, bad, people gon' talk about.
Just minutes later, a man walked up to Nipsey and a few others outside their store and opened fire. Nipsey was shot in the leg, stomach, and back of his head before the gunman ran off. It was hard for many to believe that he was gunned down in the same neighborhood he had worked over a decade to make a better place. The support for Nipsey's passing reached farther than just the hip-hop community, as he represented a lot more than just his music. That was Nipsey Hussle's last day with us, but before his passing, he ensured everyone understood that the marathon would continue.
Best thing to do for a person is to inspire. That's the best currency you can offer them, inspiration. And so when a person can rely on you for that, that empowers them.
Long live Nipsey Hussle, y'all. Long live Nipsey Hussle. All right, now let me get my videos ready. Because I'm all out of place this morning. I'm all out of place. No, not that one. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta figure out which how is I gonna start? think this is it. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we continue. We continue, gang. My bad. I'm gonna be all over the place. My video is all scrambled around. Let's go though. Long live Nipsey Hussle. Get the likes up, gang.
Breaking news from Hyde Park, where multiple people have been shot outside of rapper Nipsey Hussle's store.
What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Nipsey Hussle.
Long-winded, running through this life like it was mine. Never settling, but setting every goal high. 1,000 burpees on the path to my own destruction or success. But what is a mistake without the lesson? See, the best teacher in life is your own experience. None of us know who we are until we fail. They say every man is defined by his reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you?
Yeah, we're learning new information. TMZ and other sources reporting that rapper Nipsey Hussle has died after this afternoon shooting out in front of his shop here. Take a look behind me. It is a massive crime scene.
You know, and if you look where, let me show you, stand about right here. You know, this is where the police was busting from. And police is trained shooters. Police don't miss. And, you know, he busting like this in a full clip. And he didn't hit my brother at all.
It's fucked up. This is here at Crenshaw and also Slauson Avenue in the Hyde Park area. Unclear the other victims' conditions at this time. We're told that 3 people were shot.
That's Nipsey Carter, Beamer.
We've been through so many different tumultuous situations in the parking lot, but the purpose was for what's gonna happen on June 17th. I brought up that story just to let you know, like, you know, it was a higher purpose, I believe, for what we're doing over here. It wasn't to get in trouble with the police. It wasn't to be a menace to the area. It wasn't to, continue a tradition of self-destruction. It was to build. And so all the obstacles and everything we went through for being misjudged and misunderstood, it didn't stop us. It wasn't a brick wall. It was a speed bump,
And they also knew Nipsey got away with one of those murders that got his friends locked away. Keep that in mind.
And I embraced it as
salute Luana.
The resistance, the gravity, of trying to do something great.
You can see the scene. Now take a look at this video. Skyfox overhead in the Hyde Park neighborhood after reports of the shooting with multiple victims just after 3:20 this afternoon. Multiple sources reporting that rapper Nipsey Hussle, whose real name is Ermias Asgiam, was shot and killed. The 33-year-old was shot outside of his clothing shop called Marathon that he opened back in 2017.
Nipsey Hussle was working on a documentary that would narrate Dr. Sebi's trial in 1985. Dr. Sebi claimed in a New York newspaper ad that he could cure AIDS and allegedly executed by way of U.S. medical corporations because his AIDS remedy would take away from their own profits.
In 1979, I think it was, you were charged in New York City with practicing medicine without a license. You were ultimately charged, indicted, and taken before the New York Supreme Court. Charged, indicted, and taken before the New York Supreme Court. And I would advise my viewers who might be questioning your authenticity that you won that case. Now, so the charge was practicing medicine without a license and claiming that you had a remedy to cure AIDS, cancer, and diabetes. AIDS, cancer, and diabetes.
There's a lot of little jewels that you're saying in there. That's what I like. Like I said, the medicine really is in the candy. Because even when you drop a ball like about Dr. Sebi,
yeah,
like just that one thing, they killed Dr. Sebi, will make somebody go research who Dr. Sebi is.
100%.
See, you got to stay woke and understand how much money Dr. Sebi. Remember, we was talking about the left eye, the pharmaceuticals. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand how big this was. This was, and I go to say, I don't think people be understanding how big they situations be. Like, did Nipsey really know how big this was? That he was, if he knew how big this was, I don't think he would be anywhere without security at any point. Nipsey should have knew how big this was. Huge. And he was bringing gangs together. Nipsey was about to change the whole industry. They just don't understand.
Dr. Sebi.
Dr.
I thought it was Sebi.
Sebi. My bad, I said it wrong.
He said
Yeah.
Sebi.
I'm an LA nigga, man. My lingo a little different.
Have you met Dr. Sebi?
I never met him. I met his wife, and I take his products for sure.
Now, the coolest guy ever. I mean, he was, when we interviewed him, I think he was about 74.
Oh, y'all interviewed him?
Yeah, we interviewed him twice.
Damn.
Not here, but when I was on the other show. He was able to jump from the floor up here on his knees.
At 70-something.
On his knees.
Yeah.
And jump back down and no problems, nothing like that.
Why you think they killed him?
This is, man, I'm telling you, this is big. When you get to talking about this type of stuff, you playing in a different game. Like Left Eye and Nipsey was in a different lane right now. They were definitely on different time, and that they understood. They understood, but I don't think that they understood. Stay woke, gang. Stay woke.
So the question is, how did you win that case against what some people say are the toughest prosecutors in the land?
Well, it was 1987.
87, not 79, 87.
The 10th of February.
Okay.
My mother knew they were coming. When I told my mama that I had cured my 13 AIDS patient, she said, "They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you."
So let me stop you there. You said I cured my 13 AIDS patients.
Yeah.
So you had 13 patients who had AIDS.
Yeah.
And then you say you cured them.
Sure.
Keep talking.
So my mother said, "They're gonna get you." I said, "But Mom, why are they gonna get me?" Because you must remember that you live in a society that support a certain philosophy and a certain system. You being the color that you are, black, and then you're going against the grain, they're gonna get you. So when I'm in my office on February the 10th, here come the detectives. You are charged with practicing medicine without a license, selling product not approved by the FDA, and claiming to cure AIDS and other diseases. I said, yes. Well, you are making a fraudulent claim. I asked the detective, how do you know that?
Because you were advertising in newspapers.
Of course, I advertised in the Village Voice, the Amsterdam News, and the New York Post.
And you were telling people through your advertising that you can cure
AIDS, sickle cell, lupus, herpes, blindness, diabetes, paralysis, and others.
Okay, so they come knocking on the door and
so knocked on my door and took me to jail. But the funny thing about it, I was happy. I was very, very, extremely happy. When everybody in my office was crying, I was happy because my mama told me they were coming. And I knew that I had sufficient evidence to prove my position. Not only scientifically, empirically, historically, and whatever way they would like this diet.
It's crazy. I'm in the middle of doing this holistic detox right now. Day 6 of 14.
Yeah, you was telling me.
Yeah. So,
no food, nothing.
And they said it actually can help cure fibroids. It can help you if you are, cancer, any type of heart issues. And it's all natural herbs and all organic and all holistic without actually going to a doctor and getting pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. How you feel though? You feel
I
a
actually
difference?
feel pretty good.
Do you feel a difference, you think?
I do.
That's
It
right.
could be also because I've cut a lot of things out and I haven't had any food, nothing solid at all in the past 6 days. But I feel all right, better than I thought.
Just to go back to the Dr. Sebi thing real quick, what makes you want to do a documentary? Okay,
Get it
Sebi.
right, man.
What makes you want to do a documentary about Dr. Sebi?
I think the story is important. I think it's a powerful narrative.
It is.
You know what I mean? And I think imagine this, anybody in this room, if I could say, hey, somebody cured AIDS, y'all be like, yeah, right. And then I could show you an example of him going to trial and proving in a court to a jury that he cured AIDS. Y'all would be interested in that.
Absolutely.
And y'all would look into the way he did it, right? So I feel like more so than like championing his products or explaining his methodology, put some light on that case.
So while I was in jail, I'm saying, I wonder what defense they would have against me.
Yeah.
I would like to know. But I didn't blame the Attorney General, Mr. Robert Abrams, because why should he accept from me the statement that I cure AIDS and sickle cell and blindness when no one else has ever made those claims? The man had a right to arrest me, but he was making a mistake. So I'm sitting in jail, and I'm happy. When I got out of jail and when I went in front of the judge, I asked 3 questions.
And they were?
They were, Your Honor.
You defended yourself?
Of course I did.
Okay.
Your Honor, is it a fact that the Holy Bible teaches that the herbs are for the healing of the nations? She said, yes. Is it a fact that science shows that the human body is carbon-based, and to complement a carbon-based body, you must have a carbon-based substance to complement it, because the body only accepts the substance through the process of chemical affinity. Chemical affinity is important. It's an electrical transfer. Chemical affinity. Okay. The body could only accept what it is made of, not something new or alien to it. Last question. Your Honor, is it a fact that the father of medicine, Mr. Hippocrates, the man that established the principle of medical science today, cured every disease known to man? Did he use herbs or chemicals? She said herb.
Shortly after this interview, Dr. Sebi passed away.
I said, thank you very much. I rest my case.
Imagine being able to cure cancer or being able to cure any type of herpes, just all kinds of
And that's what he do, by the way.
That's what he did. He used to send all types of vitamins up to the station.
You had herpes?
No. I said vitamins to the station. Did you hear me? I said vitamins.
Not anymore,
to
he
the
doesn't.
station.
Damn, Envy. This guy is crazy.
But you know what?
R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. So, as we continue, gang, hold on, give me a second. Like I told you, my video is all over the place today. Where was the next one at? Let's see, was it this one? Hold on. I don't think that one was it. All right, here we go. Yeah, here we go. All right, my bad, gang. All right, let's get to it. All right.
Dr. Sebi, that stuff is kind of weird to this generation. Like, what you talking about?
They can't call me.
So you want to do a documentary about him?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
If
cured
they
AIDS.
down me, y'all better ride for me, man. Y'all better burn something down, man. I come up falling off the building and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Some breaking news to tell you about out of the entertainment world. Rapper Nipsey Hussle was shot. 2 others were hurt in a shooting here in LA. This is a live picture.
Give some people some information about Dr. Sebi that they might not know. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest one, but
He went to trial. A lot of things he did, right? But in 1985, he got arrested because he was printing in magazines that he cured AIDS and sickle cell and cancer.
Yeah.
And they like, that's false advertisement, that's malpractice of medicine, all type of thing. He wasn't no doctor. He just used herbs and his understanding of herbs.
Right.
Somebody threw a rock on my window. It's Randy Jackson. What did you want? My brother want to see you. Your brother? Michael? Okay. I went. Well, he's sick as hell. Well, I treated him, and he got cured. He saw it, and he was encouraged to take me to the Rayborn building on Capitol Hill. I said, why are you taking me there? Because you cure AIDS. I said, but what makes you think that they are interested in that? What makes you think that the world is interested? I don't care if it's any country in the world, they are not interested. Especially Africa. They were never interested.
77 patients.
Stay woke, gang. This is the reason why Nipsey Hussle was taken out, because he was about to open up that rabbit hole that Dr. Sebi already went down back in the 80s. And this has been swept under the rug since the 80s, and all of a sudden here come Nipsey, you know what I'm saying, knocking on hell's door, as you could speak. I mean, I don't know, man. Nipsey was definitely waking people up, and a lot of people were about to go out there and see Dr. Sebi. A lot of people were going to go out there and see him. After Nipsey would have exposed this, that would have made Dr. Sebi a very powerful person. And that takes away all the money the pharmaceutical companies make, because they make a lot of money, and you don't want to go messing with their money.
Was cured of AIDS on record. See? In 1985 by his herbs. Why we ain't never heard that? Why they ain't been on TV? They got a Tupac and Biggie, the 55th documentary that they made about the Tupac and Biggie murder. They got billboards, you know what I'm saying?
Lisa was the only person that had the nerve to tell me something that shook me up, and she was right. Lisa came to me for healing, like Michael Jackson did, and they both received what I had to offer, and they were quite satisfied.
He was about 74. Oh, y'all interviewed
him. Let's run that back.
Healing. Lisa.
Why they ain't been on TV? They got a Tupac and Biggie, the 55th documentary that they made about the Tupac and Biggie murder. They got billboards, you know what I'm saying?
Lisa was the only person that had the nerve to tell me something that shook me up, and she was right. Lisa came to me for healing, like Michael Jackson did, and they both received what I had to offer, and they were quite satisfied.
He was about 74. Oh, y'all interviewed him? Yeah, we interviewed him twice. Man. Not here, but when I was on the other show, he was able to jump from the floor up here on his knees. At 70-something. On his knees, yeah. And jump back down and no problems, nothing like that.
Why you think they killed him?
Why do they kill all holistic?
The feds indicted him. He went to trial against the feds and won. You know what I mean? And the judge even said, like, oh yeah, you know, my whole life I wanted to change the world, but I just ended up being a judge. But today I'm gonna find you not guilty and change the world. That was her statement at the end of the whole trial. By finding him not guilty, she gets to impact the world. And yeah, we ain't never heard that story. You gotta search for that. Yeah. So, you know, I'm in a position I can produce content. You know, that's a real interesting story. If I didn't know nothing about nothing, I ain't gotta be a vegetarian to appreciate that. Or a health nut. No disrespect to nobody, but I mean when I say that, to appreciate that. Man, that's interesting. You know, who is this dude? Let me research. After that, they'll go into everything he's done and, you know, figure out exactly how powerful dude was and why he ended up mysteriously dying in jail recently.
Saying he
if
killed
they
AIDS.
down me, y'all better ride for me, man. Y'all better burn something down, man. I come up falling off the building or something, man. Yeah, it's just.
Get the likes up, y'all, for Nipsey Hussle. Long live Nipsey Hussle. Like I said, he was woke. He was starting to wake people up. Make sure y'all smash that like button as you enter the live, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button as you enter the live. We're going to continue this Nipsey story. Is Nipsey and Dr. Sebi connected? Do y'all feel like that?
Just like everything else, Africa was full of natural resources. What they do? All the diamonds, they came and got it. All the gold, they came and got it. All the niggas, they came and got it. You know what I mean? It's the continent is raped of all its resources. So, you know what I mean? I guess the word they call it is colonialism. When they come and colonize your land and take your resources.
That nigga just thought you was a regular gangbang.
Yeah, you know, like I said,
using words like that.
Yeah, you know, we said it earlier. Like I educated myself. At one point I was ignorant and lost, but like you got to know yourself before you do anything. Before you can make a record. Before you can have an opinion, you got to know yourself. So, you know, the same thing going on with rap music, the same thing going on with all of our culture, whether it's gang banging, whether, you know what I'm saying, we don't even understand how we connected
because, oh, you a blood, I'm from 60s, fuck you, or you from over, I'm from 60s, fuck you, or you from A-Tray, I'm from 60s, fuck you. And that's a fucked up mentality to have. But that's the culture where we come from. To where, like, that's why my album is titled South Central State of Mind. Because we did.
The reason why I respect these niggas is because on some real shit is because that shit ain't a fad. This is niggas' culture. I don't respect niggas that's rappers running around and you from a city where that ain't even your culture and you throwing up a red rag or you throwing up a blue rag. Man, y'all niggas is faker than a motherfucker, man. Faker than a motherfucker. Niggas don't even know the code. They got a red rag on what the left side. Come on, man. And videos, man. And promoting that shit to the kids like that's what's up. And that ain't even your culture. I could respect LA niggas. I could respect niggas that who cities that's what they embrace. That's what they grow up under. That these niggas pretty much ain't got no choice. If you grow up in the 60s hood, nigga, you a 60 nigga. If you grow up in the H-rate hood, you a H-rate nigga. If you grow up in this hood, that's what you is. But if you grow up where there ain't no gang banging, and then you become a grown ass man and want to throw a flag up, throw a rag up, I mean, the fuck out of here, nigga. You fake ass nigga.
Say nigga. What? They say Sulu and all that dumb shit. Them niggas ain't real, man.
Niggas ain't real.
And that's not disrespecting the real.
Exactly. But real talk. I'm talking about strictly fake niggas. If this your culture, this what you grew up in, that's what y'all do, man. It's all love to y'all. I'm talking about fake niggas, like a nigga that grew up in Philadelphia and throw up a red rag or a blue rag. Ain't your fuck, man. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Cause we on war out there over that. We war over green. You feel what I'm saying? And drugs and we on war over that ain't us. You feel what I'm saying? So do you fake ass niggas that's out here fucking a nigga culture up? What niggas really was raised and grown up, man? Fuck you niggas, man. You ain't never looked to the eyes of a real nigga. I give you a chance, nigga.
So they didn't piss Gilly off. They didn't piss Gilly the hell off. Salute Gilly. They got Gilly fucked up looking like Sam Cassell out here. Salute to Gilly.
Fuck you niggas.
Gilly said it, nigga.
Nigga, I said it, nigga. Fuck you niggas, man. There's a lot of you niggas on TV running around, faker than a motherfucker. $3 bill ass niggas, man. Fuck you niggas, man.
Clogging the lane for my real niggas.
That shit needed to be put out there, man, because that shit really going down like that.
Clogging the lane up for real niggas.
Clogging the lane up. I got niggas that's really living in that shit. You know
what I'm saying?
The Gilly out there looking like Elmer Fudd. Gilly out there looking like Elmer Fudd.
This nigga really grew up in that shit. Man, you know this is what these niggas is from. You don't even see them niggas on that shit.
Ain't no video.
He trying to teach young niggas other shit. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I'm finna say. Like, you know, like my nigga J-Rock from Bonnie Hunters. I'm from 60s. You know what I'm saying? We came together with our moves. You know what I mean? Because for a minute, it was the undertone in the street was, oh, Nipsey don't fuck with J-Rock. J-Rock don't fuck with Nipsey. Them niggas got issues and all that. So we took a natural step to just sit down and chop it, like, and I fuck with the nigga based on the type of nigga he is, not based on who he is, where he come from, based on the nigga he is before all that, and vice versa. And now, you know what I mean? I'm good over there. I go through the Nixons, my nigga. They know where I'm from, but it's a mutual respect. You can come to on Bryanhurst and on 10th Ave. And niggas gonna respect me.
On Sloss.
On Sloss.
Huh?
We was on a
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's the example we trying to set. You know, this shit been going on for decades. And a lot of niggas, that mentality grew into cancer and killed them. You know what I mean? So that's why a nigga want to reverse the mind state in our city. And that's what my whole movement is about. You know what I mean? Niggas might see me as he's a hypocrite because his video is him with his homies throwing his hood up. But nah, you know, I'm just
representing where you from.
I'm expressing the culture of my city.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I'm not talking to you niggas that would even say that. I'm talking to the niggas that's listening, the young niggas that's coming up looking at a Nipsey or a J-Rock or a Game or a Snoop Dogg as quote unquote inspiration.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you like I love you and I don't even know you. But on hood, if I don't love you, I'm gonna tell you whatever. I'm gonna tell you what's in my benefit. If I love you, I'm gonna tell you what's in your benefit. And repeating the mistakes niggas like us made, the niggas before us and the niggas before them made, it's not in your benefit. You know, what's in your benefit is to get around shit like this. To get behind the counter.
$100 million niggas.
Yeah.
That's why we provide an opportunity. That's what we gotta say that.
That's it.
And that's the other thing.
why I break this down is like we the big homies. You know what I'm saying? Like I could talk to niggas that's going in my hood. Niggas be like, man, guy, you can't stop this shit. I'm like, why we can't? He got 2-3 losses. You got 2-3-4 losses. But you gonna give it up to everybody gone? You know what I'm saying? The sons of niggas' daddy who ain't never met their daddies gonna let them. So I gotta go to that side because my daddy gonna let them learn about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's really like something I feel happen here. It's like that real genocide, that real, you know what I'm saying? Gentrification, that little like colonial, all that shit is like real. You know what I'm saying? Like so I be looking at it and say you put it on the movie. You feel me? Educate a nigga. You put it on a banging on wax CD. Educate a nigga. Let them niggas air that shit out. It's like exercise. Let them niggas get. I ran into a few active motherfuckers on this camera.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, let me sit up on my hood. I be like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, that was a whole.
On the record, that was the longest woo woo I ever heard.
That's how a nigga do it. That's how a nigga come.
He hit you with it.
Hit you with about. It's like it's on. Then the nigga walk off like. And then
That's what I learned out in Cali, nigga. I'm on my way to the telly, get that smoke, whoop de whoop whoop whoop. Yeah, nigga. Y'all put the rest to it, nigga. I'm on my way to the telly.
Hey, tell him, figure it out, nigga.
I'm on my way to the telly. I'ma roll up, the whoop de whoop whoop whoop. Y'all niggas put the rest to it.
Look. Hey, I'm gonna really give you what a whoop is. Whoop is like you got one of them chickens and you put the whoop on it.
Yeah, that's that
whoop. You put too much whoop on it, nigga gonna be like, nigga put too much whoop on it. You know, chill niggas though, man. But not for real, like really, like this shit. This shit is really like, man. We gonna break ground. We gonna roll through the schools. I get this nice tour I'm putting together. I'm going up this shit like Jesus. We're like, hold on, we ain't never did this.
Spend some real.
Yeah, he got it.
Keep it up. Deuce to the 9. Gangsta crippin' on the daily. You feel me? Let's do this shit. Can I get up here with the motherfucking
Man, say them dudes big crippin' out there. Big crippin' out there, rolling 60s. Hold on, man. Some people that y'all getting lit. I feel like some of y'all really 60s in here. I feel like it's a few 60s in here for real. Like, hold on, thug. Hold on, cuz. Hold on, cuz. All right, hold on. Let me I gotta figure out what my videos is all over the place. Is this the one I need to go to next? I think it is. Let me see. I did that one. Okay, yeah. I think that is it. Yeah. Okay, we good. I got that one. Okay. My bad, y'all. So here we go. Now that leads us to here. Are y'all ready for some Dr. Sebi talk? Sebi. Are y'all ready for some Dr. Sebi talk? Now we get to this.
So let's deal with this, because there might be some folks out there that are looking in here and they're saying, well, how did you learn to do these things? One, and I would say, and I think we have something that we'll end up showing on the screen here, regarding in 1979, I think it was, you were charged in New York City with practicing medicine without a license. You were ultimately charged, indicted, and taken before the New York Supreme Court. And I would advise my
Solutionist, I appreciate you on that super chat. Thank you.
Viewers who might be questioning your authenticity that you won that case. Now, so the charge was practicing medicine without a license and claiming that you had a remedy to cure AIDS, cancer, and diabetes. So the question is, how did you win that case against what some people say are the toughest prosecutors in the land?
Well, it was 1987.
87, not 79, 87.
The 10th of February.
Okay.
My mother knew they were coming. When I told my mama that I had cured my 13 AIDS patient, she said, "They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you."
So let me stop you there. You said I cured my 13 AIDS patients.
Yeah.
So you had 13 patients
Yeah.
who had AIDS.
Yeah.
And then you say you cured them.
Sure.
Keep talking.
So my mother said, they're going to get you. I said, but Mom, why are they going to get me? Because you must remember that you live in a society that support a certain philosophy and a certain system. You being the color that you are, black, and then you're going against the grain, they're going to get you. So when I'm in my office on February the 10th, here come the detectives. You are charged with practicing medicine without a license, selling product not approved by the FDA, and claiming to cure AIDS and other diseases. I said, yes. Well, you are making a fraudulent claim. I asked the detective, how do you know that?
Because you were advertising in newspapers.
Of course, I advertised in the Village Voice, the Amsterdam News, and the New York Post.
And you were telling people through your advertising that you can cure
AIDS, sickle cell, lupus, herpes, blindness, diabetes, paralysis, and others.
Okay, so they come knocking on the door and
so knocked on my door and took me to jail. But the funny thing about it, I was happy. I was very, very, extremely happy. When everybody in my office was crying, I was happy because my mama told me they were coming. And I knew that I had sufficient evidence to prove my position. Not only scientifically, empirically, historically, and whatever way they would like desire. So while I was in jail, I'm saying, I wonder what defense they would have against me.
Yeah.
I would like to know. But I didn't blame the Attorney General, Mr. Robert Abrams, because why should he accept from me the statement that I cure AIDS and sickle cell and blindness when no one else has ever made those claims? The man had a right to arrest me, but he was making a mistake. So I'm sitting in jail, and I'm happy. When I got out of jail and when I went in front of the judge, I asked 3 questions.
And they were?
They were, Your Honor.
You defended yourself?
Of course I did.
Okay.
Your Honor, is it a fact that the Holy Bible teaches that the herbs are for the healing of the nations? She said, yes. Is it a fact that science shows that the human body is carbon-based, and to complement a carbon-based body, you must have a carbon-based substance to complement it, because the body only accepts the substance through the process of chemical affinity. Chemical affinity is important. It's an electrical transport. Chemical affinity. Okay. The body could only accept what it is made of, not something new or alien to it.
So get the likes up, y'all. We in this Dr. Sebi talk now. And this is a lot of the stuff that Nipsey was trying to wake people up to. This is the interview that, you know what I'm saying, we've been dicing up, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, you know what I'm talking about? So pay attention to everything he's saying, how he beat this case, and just understand he beat him by himself. He didn't need nothing. He just beat him. He beat the Supreme Court, he beat everybody. They couldn't fuck with Dr. Sebi.
Last question. Your Honor, is it a fact that the father of medicine, Mr. Hippocrates, the man that established the principle of medical science today, cured every disease known to man? Did he use herbs or chemicals? She said, herbs. I said, thank you very much. I rest my case.
Okay, go ahead.
So I understood that the state were unprepared to defend itself. They were unprepared because in the past there was 2,781 cases that came before the Supreme Court and lost. I won. Not only did I prove scientifically, but I had the diagnostic sheets, and I do have them today. And those diagnostic sheets didn't come from me. They came from their school, their American accredited, medical accredited school.
Did I read it correctly where there was some requirement for you to actually bring patients, a patient into court from each of those maladies, and that you brought multiple patients in court who, one, testified themselves, and that you had medical records, one showing that they were victims of the disease, and then showing that it had been cured by one doctor, and then a second doctor verifying what the first doctor had said?
Yes. We have to remember this, that whenever you make a statement that goes against the grain, you better be prepared. You better be prepared. The judge said that I had to bring one of every patient that I had cured, and there was one that said others. The others was a man that came from Italy. He was paralyzed. But I was supposed to take 9. I took 77.
You took 77 patients in court with you?
That's correct. But I knew that my brain was not the same as your brain or any other brain, right? We're unique.
Yeah.
So when I make a statement, they're going to take my statement and pit it against philosophy. It doesn't fit. I represent an entity that isn't philosophical.
And that entity is?
Well, it's an African one. I'm an African. And we have to remember that. You see, we think that we could take a philosophy out of Europe or China and inculcate that into the African brain. It does not resonate. It cannot resonate. You cannot be yourself when you've been adulterated. Being that I am an African, I'm going to look at things the African way. And the African way seems to reduce things to the least common denominator. And guess what I found? That there's only one disease, not 2, not 3, 1. When I opened my big black mouth and told the judge that, oh my God. What did you say? I said, Your Honor, there's only one disease.
And what is
Could
that?
you substantiate that?
Okay.
Of course, I'm not. What did you say? I said, Your Honor, there's only one disease.
And what is
Could
that?
you substantiate that?
Uh-huh.
What did you say? I said, Your Honor, there's only one disease.
And what is
Could
that?
you substantiate that?
Okay.
Of course, I'm not going to just deploy a bunch of empty words. I represent a country. I represent a people. I represent a race. And I represent myself. I'm not going to undermine myself. There's only one disease. The judge said, What is it? I said, You already know. She said, Try me. It was a woman, Ann Feldman. I said, Your Honor, when someone has sinusitis, what is obstructing the nasal passage? She said, mucus. And when another has bronchitis, what is obstructing the bronchial tubes? She said, mucus. And when another has pneumonia, what's covering the cells of the lungs? She said, mucus. Dr. Victor Herbert, who is defending the state of New York, jumped up and said, What about AIDS? You and your one disease theory? I said, Your Honor, this doctor is saying that I believe in a theory. I am the last individual on earth that could believe in a theory. I do not lend myself to theories or philosophy. Either I know or I don't know.
Okay.
He's talking about theories.
Yeah. You're talking about the real deal.
I'm talking about reality, not theories, not philosophy.
So please share with this.
So she said, and what about AIDS?
Yeah.
She said, well, he asked about what about AIDS? He want to know where the mucus. I said, Your Honor, have you been to an AIDS ward? She said, yes. I said, what is it that the AIDS spits up every 5 minutes? She said, mucus. Where is the mucus? It's in the skin, it's in the blood, and the lymphatic system that makes up the immunological system. That is where you find the mucus, Mr. Victor Herbert. How can you agree with, how can you disagree with truth? You see, what happened, I didn't go to school. I have never been to school. I have never attended any school, kindergarten, grade school, high school, or anything. But I had parents that kept me anchored to the African way, not to the Chinese way, not to the European way, not to the Japanese way. I am an African.
Were your patients all of color?
No, no. I have patients that are white. I have more white patients than I have black.
Okay, so this scourge that, you know, has just run rampant, you know, through the world, AIDS. Can you walk us through as much as you can a step-by-step process where you have a patient that has AIDS and you do XYZ or ABC, and then the patient no longer has AIDS? Can you walk us through that?
Get the likes up, gang. This is, y'all getting some gems today. I don't know if y'all are aware of the gems y'all are receiving this morning, but we gonna get to it. Salute, get the likes up as you come into the building. I'm talking about welcome to Ratchet Gang. Let's go.
Of course. When the first patient was a brother in Boston named Michael White, and a sister, she's from DC. Her name is, oh boy, I forgot her name right now. But she told me, she said, Dr. Sebi, my brother has AIDS in Boston. So what do you do? I said, well, I'm gonna send him the compound. The compound that I made were made to cleanse the cells. They come in the category of phosphates, carbonates, iodides, and bromides. Now we are entering the science of biochemistry. These are food and vitalizers. I remove from the man's diet lactose, uric acid, and carbonic acid, milk, starches, and meat. By removing these things from his diet and then cleansing his cells, we begin to see recovery in 24 hours. And so it went. They kicked him out of the hospital 2 weeks later. Memorial Hospital in Boston, Dr. Bonanno. Then there was a young man in DC. Zelma Peterson is her name. Zelma Peterson.
Yeah.
She was the one that introduced me to my second AIDS patient. And from then it was all the way alive.
Okay. Now, you have documented.
I got proof now.
You have proof.
I have books with the documents in it, diagnostic sheets.
Yeah. And the medical world still puts out that you are a quack, crazy man, you're not credentialed, and that you run scams on people. But you have documented proof of healing people. Now, I know that you have you reference a compound in Honduras. You also operate out of
Hence where Left Eye was at, and Left Eye was teaching the girls the game that she got from Dr. Sebi out there in Honduras. You know what I'm saying? Stay woke on what happened with Left Eye in Honduras, what ended up happening to Dr. Sebi, what ended up happening to Nipsey Hussle. Anyone who tries to expose what's going on here, come on, stay woke.
Los Angeles also. So when you get a patient now, if you have a DC patient, does that DC patient need to go to LA or Honduras? Or?
No, we treat them. In fact, we send 1,000 packages a day throughout the world right now. Israel, Hong Kong, China, Russia. We have people in the village now from Russia. We have people from all over the world. We send packages all over the world. You don't have to even be in Honduras. But it is good to go to Honduras because the thermal waters are there.
Yeah.
And they accelerate the process of healing once you immerse your body in it and you drink it.
You speak of Honduras.
Now, about the medical science saying that I'm a quack,
Yeah.
I do not blame medical science for making that statement because my race has never done anything on that level of endeavor to express itself able to cure diseases on that level, in other words. So, sure, I'm a quack, but I don't care what they say.
Yeah.
What I was concerned with, not medical science, because I know that they're the one that is violating. I am not the violator. Hippocrates did not establish the school of medicine by using chemicals, because the chemicals cannot assimilate. A chemical cannot assimilate with the human body. An herb can, because they are electrical.
Okay.
Herbs are electrical, and we have yet to understand that. I was concerned with the black leadership of America, not medical science. When I had cured these people of sickle cell and lupus and herpes and blindness, I was happy. I said, now I could go to all the leaders. I could go to Minister Farrakhan. I could go to Jesse Jackson. I could go to Art Sharpton. I could go to Oprah Winfrey. But what I found out, I was mistaken. I was wrong. They are not interested in the healing of any black people.
That's an explosive claim.
That is not an explosive statement. That is a reality. There isn't a black leader in America that is interested in the health of the black race.
You say that because they refuse to interact with you?
They are not in the position to respond. If they were, my first case of AIDS was cured in 1984. And since then, we've been curing people of lupus and herpes and cancer and blindness. Not one black leader ever said, well, let us help the brother.
That you just mentioned what some people in hushed tones refer to as the C word, cancer. I have friends right now that have been victimized by that scourge of a disease. Two fairly close to me who have been going through chemotherapy. We just recently had the lieutenant governor from the state of Maryland, and the governor of Maryland has cancer, and he's been going through chemotherapy treatments, and he talked about how devastating those treatments were. So you obviously don't treat with chemo. Why is it wrong for a cancer patient to be treated with chemotherapy?
Chemotherapy is an approach that destroys cells. Chemotherapy doesn't distinguish between good cells and bad cells. It destroys cells. It's an acid approach.
What kind of approach?
Acid.
Acid approach, okay.
My approach is an intracellular cleansing. What causes disease in the first place? An acid condition. Well, let us sweep it out. Let us find the plants that are consistent with cleansing. You see, we just begin to wake up. We just begin to realize that we are way in a deep deficit.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean that we have never spent time in analyzing or even trying to understand the difference in our genetic predisposition. We have never understood the science of biochemistry. All of the folks that have came to us, they came to us with history, bunch of history. a lot of religion, a lot of philosophy, but none of them came with a food that would help me to live as healthy as I possibly can. Look carefully. We're not going to make excuses no more. Because if we continue to make excuses, we're going to go deeper into the deficit. Just recently, a report came out that the Christian diet need to be examined, re-examined. Because in the Christian diet, you have people eating hog, potatoes, rice, and beans. But if we take this substance to a biochemist, he's not going to find any food in any of these substances. So why do we eat these things? Then we get sick. I always use that black woman in the jungle. For some reason, she keeps showing up. This black woman in the jungle keeps showing up as setting the standards and raising the bar. Why?
Tell me what you refer to when you say this black woman in the jungle.
Oh, I mean, this woman was the woman that set the standards. This woman didn't die because of disease. She didn't have any hospitals in the jungle. She didn't have any doctors. She didn't have any medicine. That's why Hippocrates said that your medicine should be your food, or your food should be your medicine, because the African people didn't have a doctor. They didn't need him because they didn't have any of the substance that would violate the biology of the individual. So how long did they live? Do you and I know how long those Africans lived in the forests of Africa before the chemical people came? Furthermore, my mama wasn't naked. She was natural. Because to say that my mama was naked in the forest is to say that God made clothes.
Stay woke, gang. That's some gems for y'all. That's some gems for y'all this morning. And we got one more. Let's continue. Keep it a buck, gang. Let's go.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. A friend of mine asked me if I would cover this story about Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle, apparently a rapper, I believe, who was shot down a few days ago. And as you see with a lot of these celebrities, obviously a lot of people believe that they're sacrificed. And that is the truth. That is what occurs inside of Hollywood and these secret societies. Okay, they believe fully in the importance of blood ritual, blood sacrifice. And of course, the more prominent that someone is, the more powerful the sacrifice is as far as their fame goes. That's how sick and, just bizarre these people are. Now, there's tons of things that people have been saying about it. And you just have to remember at the end of the day, everything is opinion-based. What happens with these people, it's opinion-based because nobody can really prove it. I mean, you can't prove it as far as physically showing, the evidence of the body and the person behind it and the ritual and all that stuff. But you see a lot of the symbology behind it in numerology, right? It's just another way that they obviously code. Shot on 3/31, so you get your 33 at the age of 33. Shot 6 times. But code, shot on 3/31, so you get your 33 at the age of 33. Shot 6 times. Way that they obviously code. Shot on 3/31, so you get your 33 at the age of 33. Shot 6 times. But one of the things that I've seen since looking at this is the narrative that's coming out after it is just another one of these things that they try to relate and try to use as another way to silence people who are conspiracy theorists, right? BuzzFeed puts out an article. Nipsey Hussle's death has become subject of a baseless conspiracy theory. Hoaxes about the rapper getting tens of thousands of shares online, once again filling an information vacuum after an act of violence. Okay, this is whether this is the agenda behind these things or not, obviously not likely, but this is what's going to continue to happen. All of these celebrities, when these things die, when these stories happen, when these things happen, all these celebrities are going to be used, and these sacrifices are going to be used as a way to silence truth. Because one, it riles up the people who are fans of these people. And then they can play up the emotion and say how insensitive people are to make up such baseless claims, even when we show who was the person responsible and this and that. And this is just going to continue to happen. Mainstream outlets like BuzzFeed, which, yes, BuzzFeed is the toilet paper of news information. Everybody knows that. But they're saying, Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle's death has set off a firestorm of baseless conspiracy theories online. One hoax that quickly went viral involves tweets and YouTube videos linking his death to a quack celebrity doctor, despite there being no evidence that it's true. Details about Hussle's death are still coming to light. But after arresting Eric Holder, their primary suspect, on Tuesday, the motivation appears to be a personal matter. Okay, then they go on into detail about a conspiracy theory in regards to, which I'll read it to you, but making it almost seem like this is getting pulled out of right field, this whole blood sacrifice thing. I mean, how many of these celebrities do we see die a year? I mean, it's like more celebrities die. I mean, it's unbelievable, right? They're either murdered or they are suicided, and we're told that they commit suicide. And they say, despite the police's statements and without citing any evidence, people online linked Hussle's death to a documentary he was producing about Alfredo Bauman, known as a healer for celebrities who goes by Dr. Sebi, and who does not hold any doctoral qualifications. In the wake of Hussle's death, many people online wondered how the rapper could have been shot in his own community that he's worked to uplift, and some fell to an old conspiracy theory surrounding Bauman as an explanation for the shooting. Bauman's name trended on Twitter, and a search for his name in Google already brings up a video claiming Hussle was killed because of the documentary. So you can see the underlying theme of the message here, right? About, looking into what happened to him. As soon as you Google it, one of the first things that comes up is a conspiracy theory about it. They're baseless. YouTube shouldn't be promoting this. Let's continue to censor it. It's almost like every story that comes out that involves someone's death, if you question the narrative or any of the stuff involved in it, they're going to come out and they're going to say YouTube needs to block these things from coming at the top of the search because it's misinformation, disinformation, and the people out there who are clueless, even though I understand the perspective, somebody just wants to find out, what actually, whatever the news narrative is, right? They're going to say, oh, well, the first thing that comes up is some conspiracy theory. They're going to be able to use that, influence people to say that Google needs to filter this stuff out, get rid of it, eventually completely silence anyone from talking about it. Now, yeah, they can sit here and they can say that it's baseless, but everybody who feels that something happened to this guy that's not the real story that they're giving can say the same thing as far as evidence, because nobody believes any of these narratives that the police give. We all know that the police are all acting Freemasons, that they're all on the inside. They all work hand in hand. They all are told all these roles. That's why you see them carry out all of these acts of violence and stuff against black people, the white cop thing. I mean, this is all part of divide and conquer, order out of chaos, and getting full control of everything, including your mouth. Okay? So they said, despite any evidence, searches on almost any social media platform turn up the conspiracy. According to Google Trends, the search for Dr. Sebi or Sebi increased immediately following Hussle's death. The search for him on Google's front page recommends a video titled "Why the Illuminati Killed Nipsey Hussle," which already has over 750,000 views. The next video suggested by the recommendation engine, titled "Nipsey Hussle Shot and Killed, Find Out Why," has over 2.4 million views. So this is really what they're making any of these narratives out to be, which is almost like a sign that obviously they're guilty and they're deflecting, which is the first thing you should think of whenever they're bringing this stuff up, because they easily could just go, who cares what these idiots think? Let them just be crazy lunatics in the corner of YouTube, right? And they go, well, the 2.5 million people saw it. That's what they're afraid of, because they know, like dominoes falling, once one person wakes up and the next person wakes up and it just keeps going and the dominoes keep falling, it stops their stranglehold over people's minds. Okay? So this theory is that this guy Bauman, he was hired by celebrities like Michael Jackson, and he had these cures for things. He can help people be healed from cancer, asthma, heart problems, arthritis, mental health issues. And supposedly he was a big threat to the pharmaceutical industry, so they had killed this doctor. That's the conspiracy that they're claiming everybody's putting out there, right? So this doctor got killed because he was, he was pretty much, it says 1987, Bauman was charged in New York for practicing medicine without a license. A jury found him not guilty. The jury was not convinced that he was making diagnoses or prescribing medicine. After a separate civil lawsuit brought on by the Attorney General in New York, Bauman was prevented from making therapeutic claims about his products. After the trial, Bauman's profile exploded. By the 90s, he reportedly counted John Travolta and Eddie Murphy, as well as Lisa Left Eye Lopes, as his clients. Michael Jackson was reportedly spending nearly $4,000 a night praying and meditating with the guy who was supposedly helping the singer deal with painkiller addiction. And then it says Bauman and an associate were arrested by Honduran authorities in 2016 at an airport after he had $37,000 in cash on him, and then he died of pneumonia at age 82 while in police custody. So after his death, people felt that the people online baselessly claimed that Bauman was killed because his products were a threat to the pharmaceutical industry. Okay, and here's the catch, and this is how I'm trying to tie it in. They believe that this guy Nipsey Hussle, apparently he was working and spoke openly about taking Bauman's products on a popular hip-hop radio show. He said Bauman was killed because he was playing with some pharmaceutical money, and the rapper said he was making a documentary on him. Right, so this is the claim that because of this documentary, the pharmaceutical companies are responsible for this. And surely, I mean, that's one of many theories that people have about all these types of things. At the end of the day, these are all blood ritual sacrifices with more behind it than just, oh, we're trying to silence somebody from something. Okay? This is about, the spiritual warfare that's going on, and that these people, these Satanists, these occultists, which goes back to, Baal worship, you could read in the Bible. And if you don't believe in the Bible, you can go back and you can look at all these ancient tribes and different, cultures that were doing human sacrifice and still are, and still doing cannibalism and all this other type of crap, which you think is all fantasy land, still goes on. But everybody in America thinks it's all fairy tale because they see it on the movies and they're like, what is it, like, Silence of the Lambs? Yeah, just way worse because these people worship the devil. Okay? So it goes on into the article, of course, because BuzzFeed is always trying to discredit any kind of conspiracy. It goes on to just keep completely discredit anybody who has any questions about this kind of stuff, and saying that it's dangerous for people to be saying these types of things without evidence, even though what's the evidence that we have? That the police give us a police report? Ooh, what evidence? Because we have to trust do we know the backstory of the police officer and what secret societies he's in and all that kind of stuff? No, you just know what they force feed you without anything. So they pretend that that's evidence, but other people can actually, connect a lot of dots with numerology and you name it. And, most of us just already know the fact that blood sacrifice runs rampant in Hollywood, and a lot of these people are suicided, and a lot of these people, their contracts expire that they make because they make deals. That's how it goes. So I don't have an opinion one way or the other on Nipsey Hussle. I believe that all of these celebrity deaths, usually 99.9% of the time, revolve around just that. And that's how, it works when they sign these contracts and make these deals to be involved in this stuff, that they have to be willing to give their life up at one point in time. They know that this is a part of the life. And even when ththese people are supposed to die naturally, they're still ritually sacrificed. And they believe that they're taking on another vessel and they're departing into another, No, they believe in this, and they give themselves sometimes, not saying that that's the case here, saying with like older people, like probably George Bush Sr. and who else, these other old farts who finally croak at 200 years of age. But Nipsey Hussle, obviously, there's a lot of theories about him, just like there are with anyone else that goes, like Prince, you name it, Robin Williams. But the thing, that sticks out to me is the fact that they're actually going to start using these things as ways to continue to filter any type of thing that is questioning anything. Like, this isn't something that you would think like, oh, they really care about. Well, they're just going to keep using this stuff to censor us. And I'm not saying don't talk about it, because pretty much they're going to leave it where we can't talk about anything anymore. Unless we're reading their narrative and agreeing with it. That's about it. I don't see how people don't, see through this stuff and sit there and go, yeah, I mean, this is all suspicious. Why are they blocking these people from speaking and having an opinion that's different than the narrative? Well, guess why? Because they're guilty. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.
All right. Salute to that guy. As you see, this Nipsey shit was deep, man. This Nipsey shit was deep. So pay attention to the messaging behind the Nipsey Hussle, Dr. Sebi connection, the Left Eye connection with that. They don't want nobody talking about that shit. Just to be just to be real. They don't want nobody speaking on that shit at all. Salute to everybody in the chat. The long live Nipsey, long live Dr. Sebi, long live Left Eye. And they were all connected and all end up getting taken out the game. Trying to expose the truth. Trying to expose the truth is what led them to get taken out the game. Salute to the chat. Hey, let me know how y'all feel about that. Let me know how y'all feel about the Nipsey Hussle, Dr. Sebi connection. Do y'all feel like it was connected? Let me see. I did ask that question. No, I didn't ask that question in the poll. Let's do the poll now. Nipsey and Dr. Sebi. Let me know in the chat. How do y'all feel? Are these two deaths connected? And I guess you could throw Left Eye in there too, along with them, if you're gonna say those two are. Let's see. Let's see how many people agree with that. Let's see. 94% say, not 95% say they are connected. Went to 91. 91% say they are connected. 9% say no. 9% probably saying that's just some street stuff, bro. I don't think so, man. So I would love for you to call in and explain how you feel they are not connected. I think everybody can agree why they are, but if you feel they're not connected, I want to know why. I would definitely want to hear from you and understand why you feel like they're not connected. If you do want to hit the channel and chop it up, the link is right there at the top of the chat in that blue box. It's a StreamYard link, or you can hit the link that's floating around in the chat. Either way. But it's a StreamYard link. Hit that link, put your username in, your email. That's how you call into the show. It's not a number. You got to hit that StreamYard link. Tone bot. I want to know how y'all feel about this Nipsey shit. How y'all feel about the Dr. Sebi case? Sebi. How y'all feel about the Dr. Sebi, the Nipsey Hussle case? I mean, no. I think they kind of connect. They said Big U allegedly in the industry murdered by numbers because old boy didn't earn no stripes. Somebody hit the wrong answer. I forgot he was connected to the DLC. You know what I'm talking about, man? Y'all be loose. And y'all get the likes up. Should be past 500 likes. I don't know what be going on with y'all, man. It be loose in here. Just be loose. It's still morning though. It's almost afternoon. Get it together, y'all. Y'all should have been woke up by now. Should have been woke up by now. Definitely not street stuff. The city was quite, I think it been quiet. No war or shootouts after his passing. Now, really wasn't nothing going on after his passing. A lot of people think Big U was, yeah, it's true. A lot of people think Big U was behind that. Facts. They all over the place in here. Definitely connected. Dr. Sebi was amazing, and Nipsey too. Brilliant information I didn't know about the court cases. Salute to you. A lot of people don't know about that. So they're acting like Willard in these comments. They loose. It's mentioning Jay and Puff are involved. I said Jay and Puff are involved. It's all about control. A bunch of narcissistic, I think it meant narcissistic families run this planet. Oh, no, here in LA, so that's why. Oh yeah. It says not. Yeah, it is. It's still early in LA. Yeah, it's early as hell in LA. It is early in LA. I'll be forgetting that LA 2 hours behind me and 3 hours behind the East Coast. They didn't want us to know. Now, a lot of people don't know about those court cases that he beat. Like he beat the Supreme Court went the next day, and they was trying to shut him down on all ends of the spectrum, man. They was trying to stop Dr. Sebi from even practicing, but he wasn't practicing. Like, it was herbs. You know what I'm saying? He was healing people naturally. Like, he wasn't doing nothing with no chemicals or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You really had nothing on him, because all he was doing was giving people herbs, herbal trade. That's not illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not illegal to give people some herbs, man. Is you know what I'm saying? As long as it's not the herb, you know. You know what I'm saying? That's only in some states, but keep that a buck. Let's see. James, what's good, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Ratchet? How you doing today, brother?
All right, go ahead. I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I'm getting out this hospital today. Hey, with the whole Dr. Sebi thing, of course that was connected. Even Nipsey, if you listen to some of his songs, he says that. Like Blue Laces too, he says that. He talks about his connection with Dr. Sebi and what he was on. What people aren't fail to realize is they're not looking at his actual people, his bloodline, his ancestry. You know, his name was, if I could pronounce it right without butchering it, Emrys Asgadon. That was his name. And his people are like a real old civilization in Africa. And they were heavy into the same stuff that Dr. Sebi was. Now, about Nick Cannon, you see what happened to Nick Cannon after he said that, hey, you know, I'm going to continue with what Nipsey Hussle was doing. He said he was going to continue.
Yeah, they took Wildin' out from him and everything.
Yeah, he was going to continue. He was getting ready to start it. And then what did they do? They start putting his personal business out there, start publicly shaming him. That was a warning to Nick Cannon. I was like, hey, we're gonna put you out here. Don't go past what you're talking about right now. They threatened that man. Officially, but unofficially, they threatened that man.
Oh, you see that damn documentary didn't come out?
Yeah, well, yeah, they threatened him. When they put him out there with all his babies and all his kids and all that stuff, they were threatening him. They was letting him know, look, if we can't get you, this is the way we're going. Because you're so popular, you're so big, we don't want another martyr. But we'll go after your bloodline. And that's what you have to understand about the elites also. They love to go after people's bloodline. They love that.
Yeah, you see how they did Bobby Brown.
But you know what? Bobby played both sides of the fence. And, you know,
yeah, he did.
He played both sides of the fence. You know, he had to give up something. And this is just me. This is just my opinion. I believe he gave up Whitney. He didn't want to give up his daughter.
Yeah, I agree. But I think they wanted his daughter.
Yeah, they wanted his daughter first because she was, as of youth, she could continue her mother's legacy. You know, one thing people don't know about Bobby, what's her name? The daughter.
Bobby
she
Christine.
was a damn good singer.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like almost, I would say better than her mom. So that's why they took her out. They was like, nope, we're done with you. We're not going to repeat this. We got what we need. That's it. Hey, Ratchet, I wanted to ask you a question. Have you ever done anything on, and like I said, I haven't seen your stuff pass, you know, and I've been checking out your Mo 3 stuff too. I wanted to talk to you about that when that comes back up. But have you ever done anything on adrenochrome?
No.
You know what that is, right?
No.
They get that from children. Adrenochrome.
We'll talk about that on another.
Yeah. But check into that too.
Salute.
If you don't mind. But hey, I'm gonna pack it on up, man. I'm about to get out of here.
All right, salute.
Salute.
All right. Yeah. Salute to him. Man. CB family has the knowledge Nipsey was gonna turn it into a product. Yeah, Nipsey was finna get rich off that. He seen what was finna happen. Nipsey was definitely finna change the game. Like Nipsey was finna take over. Like with that play right there with the Dr. Sebi play, him and Nipsey hook up, it's a wrap. Nipsey finna change the game. So yeah, keep that a buck. Oh boy. Yeah. That's why I was like, man, hold on. I ain't finna. I don't know what you on here, so you're going too deep. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep that a buck. Let's keep that a buck. And dog over here snoring like a motherfucker. So no blood at the scene. There's no blood at any of these scenes. Keep that a buck. Y'all on some more shit right now. Y'all went from Nipsey to that shit. Nah, thugs, slow down, thugs. Slow down, thugs. And to this day, the JFK family is still, yeah. I'm awake. When did Dr. Sebi pass? So they say Nip's own people took him out, but why? Is it illegal to say you cure diseases? Hell no. Hell no, it's not. Not if you're doing it naturally. James is making up stuff. Don't touch that. Don't touch that shit he talking about. Yeah. I ain't touching on that. I don't know nothing about none of that. I'm cool on that. Don't start sending me that shit either. I'm cool. I ain't gonna talk about no kids. I'm cool on that. Nah, y'all ain't finna get me off my game. I don't know what rabbit hole y'all trying to lead me to go down. I'm not going there. I ain't told you about coming over here fucking with these people. You want something too ratchet? No. No, I don't. Lauren London, yeah, she kind of shady. I don't trust her. I don't trust her at all. I don't trust it at all. Coughing up, rising. Salute. No, they trying to give. I don't know, but see, when you start talking about stuff like this, I'm telling you, they start. You get eyes on you when you start talking about CB and these natural remedies, and you start waking people up. Like the stuff I talk about, they do not want my message out there. I'm telling you, they really don't want my message out there. That's why they try to keep me as quiet as they can keep me. Being real. They try to shadow ban and do all type of other stuff, man. So they just try to throw ratchet in the shadows with. They do not be wanting my content out there. I don't be doing no tripping. No, it is what it is. Because you start waking people up. Like Nipsey was waking people up. You couldn't shut them up. Dr. York as well. But they love people like Dr. Miami, people like that. They don't love people like Dr. Sebi. Some more yeah, you know, they always gonna come in here. What's up, Herbs?
Blessings. Bless up, everybody. Salute, Big Ratchet.
Salute.
I totally believe that the deaths are connected because, like I said, when I sent you that DM, I met Sebi. And we could talk about that later, but he had this presence, like this dominating, strong presence. He was really tall. He just had this energy about him, and he was magnetic. So he had this way about him, like when you were around him, it was kind of hard to like say, like you really wouldn't want to say anything because you just wanted to listen to what he was saying. But you just wanted to like absorb anything he was talking about. And I had a profound experience meeting him, but we're going to talk about that another time. Anyway, Nipsey was on the verge of getting a lot of people in the masses to start listening, because a lot of people in the masses, they don't know about these herbs. They don't know about, the herbal knowledge from Africa and from Kemet, ancient Egypt. A lot of the people that are in the masses that are listening to hip hop, they don't know about this. They're not on this. They'll take white pills, they'll take pharmaceuticals, they'll take mollies, all that stuff. Once you start waking up and you know about your temple, you're not going to defile your temple taking drugs or taking anything that's bad for it, because that gets stored into your liver until you cleanse your liver out. So I feel like Nipsey was like on the edge of getting the masses to listen to that and getting the masses to get into healing themselves and changing the way they think and changing the way they live. Like Tupac said, we got to change the way we eat, change the way we think, change the way we live in order to survive. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the masses were going to do that and they couldn't let that happen. And that's why they took out Nipsey.
Facts. I agree.
And I want to thank you so much for doing this today. But I'm at work right now, and I'm just like, oh my God, because I want to like I gotta work, but at the same time I can't not listen to this show. This is the bomb.
Well, salute to you. I appreciate you for tuning in, and don't get fired. Get back to work. and I appreciate the support though.
Oh, and one more thing. The easiest way to get started, if you want to just start with what Dr. Sebi was telling people, is the easiest thing is like just what you cook your food in. Grapeseed oil, avocado oil. Those are the only two oils that he recommended that we use.
Hey, what I'm gonna do is hit me up behind the scenes. I'm gonna put something together. No free game. We're gonna put something together for the people to help them out. That's gonna be on it. I want you to DM me though.
Okay,
DM
did
me
you
on
see
Instagram.
did you see the food list that I sent you, Dr.
Yes,
Sebi's
I
food
did.
list?
I want DM me on Instagram.
All right. And don't buy his products from nobody but the family. The families in Miami, they're also in LA, and they're also in Brooklyn. It's like 3 different groups that are selling this stuff like from different wives, but only get it from his family. Don't get it from nobody else, y'all. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pack myself up. I gotta go back to work.
Send me the information and DM me on Instagram, and we're gonna chop it up.
Yeah, because I want y'all to get it from his wife. All right, peace, blessing everybody.
All right, salute.
So,
Hey, Ratchet.
What's good?
Hey, man. So, I'm from
Sharon,
born and
my
raised.
bad.
Can you hear me?
Sharon, how you say that?
Yes, Sharon. You know.
All right, Sharon. All right, salute.
So, thank you. Salute to you too. I'm born and raised in California. Born and raised Compton. Got family all up and through 60. So I know the backstory of the situation, and yes, they planned it strategically. But he was not murdered behind Dr. Sebi, actually. It was a lot had going on with, the gang, you know what I mean? So there was a violation he had done. And he knew about it. He knew that he had to go to this meeting. This is why he didn't let nobody know that morning when he, or not even, I'm my bad. It wasn't even that morning. That was the setup. He died that night, first and foremost. I got family members, like I said, from that gang. So a lot of times when people were saying, that's why I say no, for a fact, it was the streets. It was also the sheriffs and the police out there, because he was making such a change and bringing all the gangs together, because he spent a lot of time in Grape Street, the 8 trays and everything, and he was bringing them together. He did something that nobody else could do. So they had a meeting that next morning. Was supposed to be that Monday. That morning he was supposed to have a meeting with the sheriff and sign, like, this thing that he was putting together in the neighborhood for a treaty. And they got rid of him before that. It was police officers on the scene in plain clothes when he got, when the next
Danny.
morning when they staged everything. But no, he did die that night, and it had a lot to do with a violation. And the violation was he had put out a diss track on Big U, and Big U had told him, hey man, you got to get rid of that. But it was a whole bunch of other stuff and physical confrontation that happened between him and Big U. You can do some research on that, but that's real talk. So it was not safe. It was not safe. But they did it at a time when he was talking about, yo, I'm finna come out with this documentary, and if something happened to me, y'all better ride for me, because a lot of people had things done to them when they were trying to, bring out the truth about Dr. Sebi. So it was strategically put together, but he didn't know he was gonna die that night though. He thought he was just gonna go and have to take, an L or whatever and VL though. But no.
Salute.
All right. Have a good one.
Say it again.
I said have a good one.
All right, you too. Salute.
All right, salute.
All right. Man. Salute, Danny Carter. I appreciate you. Now, y'all been over here dropping these gems. You know what I'm saying? But now, what I am gonna do is over here, I'm gonna start doing members only live sometimes. Like when we do the Dr. Sebi list and how you should and all the herbs and stuff you should be taking and how to, you know what I'm saying, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. because I'm already up on all this stuff. Never mind. I ain't finna give y'all no game. If you join the membership over here, we will soon be doing membership only live, so people like I said, we ain't gonna be doing this for the public. It'll be something just strictly for the gang. And over how Dr. Sebi a little bit further into his list and how you should be eating better and the stuff you should be taking to cleanse yourself. We're gonna be starting to do that type of stuff for members only. Eric says cap. Eric, okay, well, get off the channel. We don't need you here. Pack it up. We don't do trolls on my channel, so none of my platforms are built for trolls, so you're not gonna make it long. Thank you for that cap comment, but pack it up. All right, man. On this page, it'll be on this page. This is where we do the other type content. You know what I'm saying? So if you join the membership on this channel, this is gonna be the channel that you're gonna start getting all the information on. When we start giving free game, it'll be just for the members. It'll be just for members. So it'll probably be this weekend. I might do it this weekend because I don't go live on this channel on Saturday or Sunday and drop content. So I might just come live on this channel and do a members only live like Saturday or Sunday, and then we'll start doing conversations like that on the weekends and helping people, you know what I'm saying, with the right stuff they need to better their lives. And we'll be doing a lot of advice on business, and we'll be having business conversations and stuff like that. But it'll only be members only. You won't even be able to access the live, and you're not going to even be able to see the live if you're not a member. So whenever we start doing content like that and we start giving those jewels and we start getting deep into some shit, I'm gonna lock it up. And I don't care if it's only 50 to 100 people in here. I mean, I don't care how many people get the membership and show up. It's only gonna be for members, I promise you. So it might be this Saturday. I don't care what level membership you on. Just grab a membership, and if you get your membership, you will be able to access a lot of the, because we're gonna start going members only and drop gems. When it comes to the gems, I'm gonna lock it up and we're gonna go members only. So if you don't got a membership, you'll never understand what we said over here. You won't even ever see the live or know we was live. The only way you're gonna get it is if you got the membership. So I'm probably gonna do that Saturday, and we could talk more about Dr. Sebi in private. We could talk more about the remedies and the herbs that you need and how to cleanse it. But we will start talking about stuff like that in private. It will not be for the public. I'm not no. It'll be just for private, for purposes to protect everybody over here. We're just gonna be going private. We ain't gonna do nothing public. It ain't going viral or nothing. Nope. It's just gonna be with the gang. It's gonna stay with the gang. Salute Brooklyn on getting that membership. If you don't have your membership, you want to grab that membership. It's gonna be different over here. I'm telling you. This platform, you're gonna be able to learn a lot. We will go live and do business talks, how to get more money, how to you know what I'm saying, monetize platforms, we're gonna start giving the game, but you got to pay for it. So salute to everybody who does have their membership, and if you don't got it, get your membership. My mods will drop the membership link in the chat, so make sure you get your membership for Ratchet TV Media. You definitely want it. It's beneficial. You're gonna learn a lot from Ratchet Gang. Salute to Aries on that membership. I appreciate you getting that membership. Make sure you got your membership by Saturday. I think it's either gonna be Saturday or Sunday. Don't quote me on that. It's gonna be one of those 2 days, but I'll figure it out. Maybe Saturday. I think I'd probably do it Saturday at some point. I could put something together by Saturday. I've been working hard, y'all. I've been working on different cases every day. Every day. 2 times a day, 2 different cases every day. Like I've been working. Man, loving these morning shows. Salute, Heidi. Sunday, please. I might do a Sunday. I probably, yeah. You know what? We'll do a Sunday. It's more of a Sunday conversation anyway. We'll do a Sunday. Who is this? What's good, Caleb? Okay. They just called in and hung up. All right. I don't know what it is, but it's loose. Well, I appreciate y'all. And I'm cause y'all be showing me support. I'm gonna start showing y'all a lot. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And hey, I want people to be telling y'all, I've been giving everybody the game on how to clean your credit. I've been giving people the game on how to wipe your information off the internet, and I also been giving people the game on how to go get that bag. If you got an LLC, go get you $30,000 to $50,000 easily. I've been putting, and I want people to tell y'all Ratchet ain't capping. I want people to be in here saying, "Hey, look, I paid Ratchet that little small fee. Salute to 762. I appreciate you for getting that membership. Salute to Virgo Queen on that super chat. Thank you, super sticker. Thank you so much." But I've been giving people the game, and I want them to tell y'all Ratchet ain't capping. I've showed people instantly how to wipe their information off the internet, and they've been like, "Damn, Ratchet, it worked." I've had people start cleaning their credit history up. They've been like, "Damn, Ratchet, you are fucking smart." I mean, it don't take rocket science, but some people just don't know. Salute my on that membership. I appreciate you, my on getting that membership. Thank you, beautiful. My Instagram is the Ratchet TV, by the way. The Ratchet TV. Tone bite. Nah, but it says, bro, I can't join. Well, my mods will drop the link. If you need the link, my mods will give you the link. They're dropping the link right now. Just look at the link. My mods will post it right now. Salute K on that membership. I appreciate you, K. Thank you so much. Yeah, make sure y'all my mods will drop the link for the membership. If you need the membership link, my mods dropping it. There you go. Sin just dropped it. Don't worry about it. My mods got you covered. See, there you go. Ty Jones just dropped it. There you go. Go get the membership. Make sure you go get the membership. Caramel Glaze just dropped it. There you go. Go grab your memberships, y'all. We're gonna definitely go live. Yeah, we'll probably do it Sunday, and we'll talk more about Dr. Sebi's food list. And man, who is gonna go on the fast though? Should we do it together, gang? Should we go do this together and cleanse our bodies? It's gonna be a rough road. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna be a rough road. There might be some good content to document. I believe that, Bobby Christina. Salute, what is it? Mystique. Oh, Mystique. I was like, hold on. You got a weird spelling in there. Salute, Mystique. I appreciate you. I'm getting that membership. It didn't pop up on the screen. Oh, there you go. There you go. I Mystique. Salute to you, beautiful. Thank you for getting your membership. Thank you, beautiful. The Ratchet TV, IG. Make sure y'all follow me on IG. And I don't be knowing who be who. I don't know who be who. I got so many people that follow me on Instagram. If you want me to follow you back, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hit me up, man. I don't be knowing who the hell be who. I don't be knowing what the hell. I thought well, Jesse, you're not a member, Jesse. I like that blonde though. Salute, Jesse. Salute. The Ratchet TV, my IG. Y'all make sure to go follow your boy on IG. Go follow me on Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram. Yeah, I can show y'all definitely how to fix your credit. I can show you how to clean your whole credit history. I can show you exactly how to clean your entire credit history. And you ain't got to pay to do it. You don't have to pay me to show you, but you ain't got to pay to do it. It's free. Salute to K Howard. Salute K Howard on that membership. You are wearing the hell out that dress, K. Hit me up on Instagram, K. The Ratchet TV. Salute K. Keep it a buck. Ratchet with the information. Now I keep the information, man. I can show you how to wipe your information off the internet in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I can show you how to wipe your information off the internet. And once you know what I'm saying, you pay that little fee, you can take that game and go make you some money. Salute Pauline Brown on that membership. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you. I appreciate you for getting that membership. I said, let's fast together for support, man. We're gonna talk about it Sunday. We're gonna talk about fasting Sunday. We're gonna talk about all that. We're not gonna chop it up in public about too much. That'll be something just for the game. That'll be something just for the game. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out how much you charging for the info. You gotta DM me on Instagram. I can't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. My Facebook is KVNGGREG King Greg, or you could just hit me up on Instagram, D Ratchet TV. It's floating right down at the bottom of the screen in that little. It's floating right at the bottom of the screen, or you could you know what I'm saying. My mods will drop it. Nicole Barton, I appreciate you grabbing that membership, Queen. Thank you so much for getting your membership. Thank you. And we got to get our members up, man. We got to get our members up because we got to give away this game over here. I got to help my people out. I'm here to help my people out. I guarantee you not one person will come and say Ratchet TV scam me. I bet you nobody will say that. Nobody will fix their mouth to say nothing like that. They're going to be like, man, Ratchet is that nigga the truth. Refuse to Lose, I appreciate you for getting that membership. Thank you so much, Refuse to Lose. I bet you nobody will come give you a bad review on anything. I haven't seen nobody say nothing negative to me. The only thing that I've seen was the older people who kind of didn't. I had to kind of just like be a little more descriptive with some people. I had to walk them through it. Like it was like 2 ladies, but other than that, nobody has came to me and be like, hey, this shit didn't work. What you talking about? Nobody has come to me and said it. Everybody has hit me back up and said, yeah, I had 2 ladies be like, I don't understand. And they would say it didn't work because they didn't understand it. And I walked them through it and they was like, okay, got it. Works perfectly. Other than that, everybody who I put on to some shit, they just been like, hey, bro, you're a fucking genius. I appreciate you for everything. You smart as hell. And the ticket ain't high, but hey, it ain't no free game. I ain't giving no free game. I'm sorry about that. Everything, you know what I'm saying? The game is to be sold, not told. If you want this game, you got to pay for it. Let's keep that a buck. Salute, Miss Allure. I appreciate you for getting that membership. Thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you, Miss Allure. I appreciate you. And yeah, salute to y'all. Just hit me up. If you ever need anything from me, you just got to hit me up. That's it. Just hit me up and be like, hey, Ratchet, I want the game on Whoop. I want the game on Whoop. You know what I'm saying? I got you. So, and the more, and I also got some more game that's about to come. I ain't gonna even talk about that right now. I got something that's gonna get everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all how to really get that bag. I really been showing. If you got an LLC, I really been showing y'all how to flip your LLC. And when I say flip your LLC, you probably don't understand what I mean by that. But you could take your LLC and literally go get 30 bands, easy. I'm just letting you know. Like you could literally take your LLC and go get you some bread. I could show you how to go get that bread. Salute Sly Fox. I appreciate you for getting that membership. Thank you so much for grabbing that membership. Salute. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you. All right. Salute to y'all, man. Y'all showing out today. I appreciate everybody for getting their memberships. We already done gained 14 new members. We done gained 14 new members, y'all. So salute to everybody grabbing their memberships. I will definitely be in touch with y'all as y'all be in touch with me. I'm about to get up out of here, gang. Y'all already know how we do it. Salute to y'all. I'm out, gang. I love y'all. I'm out. Salute to unequivocally me. I appreciate you for getting that membership. Thank you so much. Bye. I love y'all. If you need to reach me, all my info is right there on the screen. IG The Ratchet TV. You want to support the channel? Cash App $ Ratchet TV. Facebook King Greg. You know what I'm talking about? I'm out, gang. Hey, if y'all need me, y'all better get with me on this game I got for you. I'm out, gang.